Uh-oh. Oh, it's too late, my dear. I've seen you. Jennifer.
What's going on?
That's what I'd like to know. Is that your real name?
This episode of Check In with the Gskis is called Hollywood Premiere Pass. What's up, Gski family? Welcome back to the channel. We are here at the Disney Bubble at the Riviera Resort. That is one mouthful. We're going to be heading over to the parks this morning. We're planning to do all 4 parks in one day, but if you've been following the channel so far and know, we actually got up at like 3 a.m. yesterday to get here. Oh, Mom got it at 2 a.m. And we did Blizzard Beach yesterday, which was tons of fun. And then, of course, we did an after-hours party at Hollywood Studios, our favorite park, and stayed there basically, or stayed awake until about 1:30 in the morning. And so it just didn't really make sense for us to wake up in a couple hours after that to get over to Animal Kingdom to do the 4-park day challenge. But we will be showing you guys how to use the Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass system today, how to be an expert just like us, and we're going to show you, is it worth doing the Premiere Pass today as well? We're going to be starting off our day over at Epcot, and the first thing I want to tell you, I'll bring up our little phone icon showing you what our day looks like so far. The most important tip, starting with the multi-pass system, is you want a ride bright and early in the morning around 9 a.m. when the park opens. So let's go jump over to Epcot, take the Skyliner, and we'll talk more about that. Alright guys, well we are officially here at Epcot, and the first thing that we did, besides enjoy some of the flower garden that's here right now, which actually is one of my favorite events or festivals that they have here. I'm not a big fan of the food or the wine or any of those festivals. I think we've done all the festivals except for one.
Well, we don't really ever try them, so
Oh, we've done them all in the art.
Yeah,
so we've done them all.
But we just don't explore them.
Yeah,
and as far as like, I think decorations, flowers, garden takes the cake.
Yeah, I think that's why we enjoy it the most. But yeah, guys, the first thing we did when we got to Epcot, we walked over here to Pixar. And you may be wondering, why the heck are you going over to Pixar? Well, it's mainly because you really want, when you're doing those first initial bookings, 7 days prior to your first hotel stay. Make sure you do that when you're selecting your rides, whatever you're doing. If you have a park hopper, even better. By the way, if you're using the Lightning Lane multi-pass and single pass system, I think you really need to have a park hopper, because that's how you get the most out of doing all the rides, especially if you're a ride fanatic like we are, which is why we do the whole Lightning Lane system to begin with. And the reason why I say that is because even today at Epcot, and you'll see here in a moment, I've already got all the major rides already selected, and you can get them done. And then it's like, okay, now what? And so you can obviously start looking at other parks and getting other major rides done over there too. We scanned in over here to Pixar, and the reason why we did that, and you want a very early, like right as the park opened kind of ride, which we call a burner ride. And sometimes it can be Talking with Crush, but in our case, when we were selecting everything, it was Pixar was the earliest thing we can get. So we scanned in there, had no intention to really stay there, and so we did that, walked out. So after scanning in and doing all that, the first thing that I did was open Magic Kingdom, not Epcot. And the reason why I opened up Magic Kingdom, 1, we have a park hopper, and 2, that's where we're gonna end our day later tonight. And I really wanted to try to get Tiana's towards the end of the day. Kind of at sunset is actually the best time, in my opinion, to ride that ride. It's just a beautiful shot as you go down that last drop. And so when I opened it up, it wasn't available. Have no fear, we'll probably be able to get it later today. It just wasn't available at this moment in time. So I always have a plan B, and our plan B this time was either get Soarin' or possibly Frozen. We had really no intention to ride Frozen today, but it was still available, so it's a hard to get ride. May try to modify that to get that earlier today, and we'll show you how to do that as well. So booked Frozen, and then of course you'll see there, the other thing we did is we had Mission Space booked as one of our first rides we selected back when we first were picking rides 7 days ago, essentially. And again, for that ride, we like that ride, but it's also a little bit intense, and so we weren't feeling doing that this morning, so actually modified that plan to go get Soarin' for actually right now, because Soarin's actually a really fun ride, but really never too busy from a Lightning Lane system. You can always get that one
pretty easy to get.
Pretty easily. What we're going to do now is actually go scan into Soarin', and that frees up another pass for us to use.
Maybe
and
Tiana's will be open.
We'll keep our eye open for Tiana's, because that's the big one we're trying to get today. And we're not really concerned about Hollywood Studios, because we have Premiere Pass. So that's all part of this game plan, which is the moral of the story. Have a plan. Right now, let's go jump over to Soarin' and soar around the world. Well guys, it's already 10 o'clock, and if you didn't have faith in me, I hope you have faith in me now, because we did get Tiana's Bayou like I promised. Now, I will say it's not exactly the time we wanted, but let's backtrack a little bit. So we scanned in to Soarin', and so the first thing I did after that, knowing that I really want to get Tiana's Bayou, I basically went to the little genie, okay? So this is important for a couple of reasons. So you go to the little genie, and he's gonna set up your day. And what's great about that is you can select the park that you want. So in this case, we selected Magic Kingdom. And then it's going to take you to the next page where it's going to ask you, what rides are you looking for? In this case, I only wanted one. I only wanted Tiana's, and you probably should do that too. And so I selected Tiana's, skipped the next page, which is about characters. And then it basically takes Tiana's and moves it to the very top of your tip board. And so what's great about that is when you're refreshing and refreshing and refreshing to try to see when that time comes up, it's always right there at the top. If you don't do this...
If you select a whole bunch of things, it's going to be hard to
it's
get
alphabetical order, and it's going to be back at the bottom. So that's why it's really important to just set up that little genie guy and make sure you have a game plan of what exactly you want to use it for, etc. And you can change that all the way throughout the park through your day, but it's always good for strategies like what we're doing. So set up that genie. He's going to help you a lot to, you know, make it swiping and getting that refresh a lot easier. So yeah, we got Tiana's, and it's not exactly the time I wanted. It's for 3:10 or so to 4:10 or something like that, 3:50 to 4:50. And that's the other kind of thing. Keep in mind, you don't have to arrive to your time right at opening. So we have a little bit of a window there. Now obviously we also have Frozen a lot later, so the times right now just don't make sense to us. So we either will cancel Frozen, but really what I'm going to try to do now that I have Tiana's, that's the important thing, I have it. Now I can modify it a lot easier to try to what we call back the time up. So we're going to try to back that time up again to be a little bit later in the day.
But we'll still be at Hollywood probably.
Well, yeah, we'll likely still be at Hollywood, so we really want to try to back that up a little bit. So that's the next game plan, and we're going to be scanning into our next ride, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a single pass lightning lane, which is one of the hard ones to get to. So when we scan into that, that won't actually open up any lanes for us. So the next time that we'll be able to open one of our lightning lanes that we can use is actually when we scan into REMY'S, which in that case we do want to scan in as early as we possibly can to open things up, or we can modify Frozen, knowing that we may cancel that later and try to get another ride. But there's really nothing else we want to get. Here comes the monorail. Mom wants to do a cool picture of right where we're sitting as this guy comes around the track. And he's going to come around the track soon. So let's do that. Everyone raves about Beverly.
You're lying.
It's from Italy. How can I be lying? Try it. It's late April Fool's joke. How is it?
Tastes like grabbing alcohol.
No.
You have
After
to.
you just told me that? That tastes like medicine. That's gross. What is wrong with people? Row 9. Let's see if it is better than the front.
Okay, headed for the jump point. This plane is never gonna work. Rocket! Well, okay, I've locked onto your vehicle.
We'll be right behind you.
Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, we are likely doomed.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Have we done?
I think we're on track.
Guardians of the Galaxy complete. Definitely the best ride of all Disney World parks. But yeah, guys, now we're gonna go over to Remy's Ratatouille. That's our next lightning lane that's gonna open up. Basically select other rides right after that. But I don't really know what other rides we're going to be selecting because we kind of got everything we wanted so far. And on top of that, we've backed everything up as well. So we even got Frozen at 1:55. So we changed our plans a little bit. We already ate lunch and we're gonna stay here until 1:55 and then go over to Hollywood Studios and test out the Premiere Pass. End our day doing Tiana's, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and TRON. Alright guys, Remy's Ratatouille, fun little ride, especially when it's hot outside, to get out of the hot sun and relax a little bit. So that one, I don't really mind waiting in line, but we waited very little in that line. And speaking of which, after which we went and got a little ice cream. We had some time to kill, so I was on the phone and basically just trying to get one of the most impossible, I would say almost usually less than 5% chance of getting Slinky Dog. I think that's the hardest ride of all rides to get if you didn't get it pre-booked before you even came to the park. Anyways, was sitting here playing on it because we were just killing some time, which I totally suggest you guys do. Make it a game, kill some time, try to get rides that you want, exactly what we were doing, and lo and behold, we got Slinky Dog Dash. Actually, we got it for a time that I wasn't really stoked about, but I was just stoked that we got it, and then I tried to modify it, and immediately was able to modify. And so all that really worked out really well, so we're gonna try to do Frozen and then run over to Hollywood Studios and ride Slinky Dog twice today because we'll have it for Lightning Lane and then again for Premiere Pass. Okay, change of plans. We decided we're not actually that stoked about doing Frozen. It was more about showing you guys it is possible to get some of the top hardest rides of all 4 parks on your multi-pass system and be able to get it for one day, all before basically 2 o'clock. So we're deciding we're gonna actually go drop some stuff back off at the resort, go to Hollywood Studios, spend time there, and then go to Magic Kingdom. Slinky Dog Dash. So fun, we're gonna do it twice. And so just in case anyone else is wondering, it does, if it's during your Lightning Lane time frame, it's gonna take it from that first, not the Premiere Pass first. So we were just testing that out to see which one it would take from. And again, if it's in between your time, it seems like it's gonna take from Lightning, and then you can do Premiere Pass whenever you want. Well, I think we've only been here like 30 minutes. We've already done 3 rides, Slinky twice, Mania once, Swirling Saucers right now, and then we're heading to my favorite part of this world, Star Wars Land.
Oh, it's too late, my dear. I've seen you. Jennifer.
What's going on?
That's what I'd like to know. Is that your real name, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Is it? Can you confirm this?
I can confirm.
All right, good. Check in the right direction. Now, is today your birthday?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah. Today.
Well done.
You there, with the data pad.
Thank you.
We're watching.
So that was Mom's first interaction with the stormtroopers, and she tried to run away. As you heard him, can't get away.
Flight engineer, repair test. And that phase, resistance as ready.
So we definitely learned one thing. Jennifer is not a good right pilot on Millennium Falcon. She's an okay pilot on up-down Millennium Falcon. But either way, it's always such a fun time to drive together for the first time.
Enemies of the First Order. We will soon snuff out your meager resistance. Now, you will pay. The resistance prisoners.
You have what I want.
Uh-oh.
You know the location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
We are needed on the bridge.
Keep the prisoners here. I will return to finish this personally.
Destroy the program to return its structure. Hurry and don't be caught. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners.
These two droids anyway.
The resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Raise the shields.
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm. All personnel to their stations.
The prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
So long to Rise of Resistance for this trip. I think we're already planning a next time. I think, right?
We always say we're not going to.
I know.
and then we do.
We just love it so much, and of course we fell in love with the resort this time that we have to share it with the kids, and I think we're going to spend more time there next time. But stay tuned for that. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, because you're not going to want to miss that trip too. And believe it or not, while we were here, we had to check in for our next adventure. It's going to be iconic. Speaking of iconic, Star Tours. One of the most severely underrated rides, I think, is Star Tours, for sure. Definitely one of our favorites. We do try to always get our picture be taken as the rebel spy or whatever they say inside there. But we haven't yet figured out how to get the attention of the cast member to make it us.
Yeah.
But guys, we only have a few more rides left on our Premier Pass. We got Mickey's Runaway Railway, that's coming up. And then we got Rock and Roller Coaster and Mom's favorite ride, Tower of Terror. Other thing I wanted to note is, one thing about backing up Tiana's is a risk you are taking is that ride goes down quite often. And so you're risking the chance of not being able to ride it at all if you push it back too far and then the ride goes down. So be aware of that, because it's been going down a lot today. We've been watching the app. And of course, when it comes our time to go over there, hopefully it's up and running. Studios. What an epic journey it was to use Premier Pass. Mom timed it, and it was about 3 hours to do every single ride using Premier Pass, walking included.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty good, and of course that's without kids. So if you're pushing a stroller, you gotta add that in, parking that thing, etc.
At least another hour.
Yeah, and no stopping for food, really. We didn't really stop.
A few little quick.
Yeah, little snacks here and there enjoyed. But yeah, heading over to Magic Kingdom right now. Mom actually, believe it or not, was able to back up the Tiana's Bayou ride. And so that just shows you anyone can do it. So now we don't have to rush over there. Gonna take our time, ride Tiana's 7 Dwarfs, and then Tron. What the heck? Mom is so lucky.
Dang it.
She did not want to do this ride because of the drop, and now we are stuck and getting escorted off the ride.
First time.
3, 2, 1. Congratulations, users. A championship performance and victory for Team Blue.
Officially the next morning, you guys, and it is Mom's birthday technically right now, so give a little thumbs up, leave a comment, happy birthday to Mom, because she definitely got her birthday wish last night on Tiana's Bayou. Guys, I know we put a little bit of that. We got walked off on Tiana's Bayou. We were basically sitting right there at that last big giant drop.
About to head up to the drop.
Yeah, and actually we were stuck a little bit, like a few boats back, and then they got it going again, and then we were about to go up, and there was actually a boat at the top, at the very top, stuck. Oh no, I was just telling Jennifer, wouldn't that suck to get stuck up there? And sure enough, that's what happened to the people up there anyways, and we were next in line. So not as bad for us, I guess, where we got stuck.
Yeah.
But we did get stuck, get walked off.
Oh well.
Walked through the back parking lot. I told Mom it was like a VIP tour again.
Yeah.
Missed that video, go check that one out of our VIP tour where you're not allowed to record in the back. I learned that myself. But a lot of people were doing that yesterday, getting walked off. I was like, you shouldn't do that. But yeah, fun time last night. Fun whole day. Can't believe we did all 3 parks. We could have done all 4 if we hadn't been up so early the night before. And all that, but yeah, we could have done all 4 parks and probably done every single major ride in every park too. Yeah. With that being said, we hit 32,000 steps just between the 3 parks, which so if you would have added Animal Kingdom, which is the largest park, we probably would have been pushing 50,000 steps.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Tiana's Bayou kind of pushed everything back on us. We had our lightning lane for 7 Doors to be right at sunset, which I've always wanted to do and capture that video. And of course, by the time we got over there, it was dark because we'd been stuck on the ride the whole time.
Yeah.
No big deal. Got to ride 7 Doors anyways, and then of course we headed over to Tron, and we actually completed Tron before the 10 o'clock park time close. Of course, we got to stay for extended evening hours. And we could have done more rides, but we decided to just kind of take it easy and shop the rest of the time being there. I had to bring them something, or else they probably wouldn't be happy with us even more. Which brings me to my final point. I think coming to Disney without our kids, it surely was different. It sucked not having them here, but I think we became better parents in terms of how to do Disney with kids when we do come back. We definitely have strategized and come up with a different kind of game plan next time we come with the kids. A little bit more relaxed and enjoy resorts, especially resorts like this, because they're worth your time and effort just to stay here, relax, and not worry so much about going to all the parks and doing all the things.
Especially you're spending the money. So.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's our game plan for our next time we come. We're probably going to be coming back here to the Riviera and probably staying a few days and definitely focusing a lot of the attention actually staying here. Yeah. So we'll give you even more content of what it's like to be at the Riviera. And actually, we already kind of have a room on hold, believe it or not. And the room is pretty cool if we stay with that one.
Yeah.
So don't miss that. Make sure you like and subscribe for it. But before all that, guys, we have another big adventure. Mentioned it yesterday, coming up really soon. Haven't really mentioned anything to the kids yet, so should be fun surprise for them. As always, guys, we hope you enjoy this video. Hope you learned something from our tips and tricks. Hope you guys come to Disney, have as much as a fun time as we have. As always, thanks for checking in. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Oh, it's too late, my dear. I've seen you. Jennifer.
What's going on?
That's what I'd like to know. Is that your real name, Jennifer?
Yeah.
Is it? Can you
Can we
confirm
trust
this?
that,
I
Lieutenant?
can confirm.
All right,
Negative.
good. Check in the right direction. That was today your birthday?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah. Today.
Well done.
We are here at... We are here in the Disney bubble. We are here at the Disney bubble. Oh my God. We are here at the Disney bubble at the Riviera Resort. That is one mouthful. And
Check it out. What's it all about?